Welcome back to the Ramblin' Railroad on Railroads Online. Last episode, you saw me build this awesome shunt yard. I'm in Ultra today. We got the log cars with the caboose. We got Beast parked over in the shed. Took a little time and cleaned things up, dressed things up, and I just wanted to show you this before I start hauling logs. I don't come back here for a little while. With this, I figure it's going to take like, what, 4 trips or so of hauling logs, which I'll get through pretty quick. The sawmill is completely empty. So I redid all of this up here, all of this fueling stuff, all the track, all the groundwork, everything. In fact, I think the old one started in this area, spur that come off. It's not perfect by any means, but it's a lot better than it was. And it's not going to be used that much. It's probably going to be used by Ultra more than anything. Bringing wood products to the firewood depot. That way it can get resupplied. I did pull a little bit of firewood out of it just to see if it was working. And I got the water tower replaced. And I got the sanding tower replaced too. The sanding tower is kind of interesting. I've never actually used it. I did fill up Beast with sand. But I had to put it almost on top of the track. Like, it's scary close to the track. So it's not great. I don't like it that close. Especially if I come barreling through here and I don't need to stop. So I'm kind of easing along here because I think I need to switch a switch up here too. I'm probably gonna have to come to a stop, get out and run. I also I turned it around, the firewood depot. But I also redid this line here, coming into the freight depot. That was one of my first lines I think I ever ran, and it was bad. So I got it fixed up. Let's see, we need to flip this one. This one doesn't affect us now, but it will later. This is the one that we really need to flick. Okay. You see that some of this track right in here is really screwed up too, even now. Like, I don't know, it dips down real hard right here. I don't know if you can see that. And it's so unusual. The groundwork is all the same height. So, it's coming off of the switch here. I think it did that little popping up thing, but not as bad as we experienced before. So, I don't know. Again, it's one of those lines that we're not going to be running that often. I rebuilt this corner. It's much smoother now that I know what I'm doing, and I actually moved the switches, the switch themselves, to the proper side. I like to have the switch itself on the side that curves, not the side that's straight. So, to me, that just makes sense. Alright, everything else should be good. I'm going to get to the lumber camp and get some wood, get some logs. So everything's starting to come together. This, I believe the freight depot is completely done as far as what I need to do to it for the foreseeable future. I'm sure I'll continue to make improvements, and if they continue to add things like those train houses, that would be just fantastic. So, all right, well, I'm going to get to the log camp, and we'll catch you there. Just pulling into the lumber camp, logging camp. I think this is going to be my next project. As far as building and improvements go, I need to redo this loop. Maybe not necessarily redo it, but just kind of clean it up a little bit. That's definitely not going to be today. After doing that shunt yard and cleaning up the freight depot, I'm kind of done building for a little while. I need to drive some trains and actually play the game a little bit. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get loaded up and get back on the road to the sawmill. We'll get it filled up. All right, we're just arriving here at the sawmill. Got a full load. The first load. That's the next, not the next project, but a future project as well, is fixing this curve. I don't really like it. It's kind of janky now. This is super sharp. Ultra has no problem on it, but Beast kind of is sharp. So, all right, we're just gonna come in nice and slow. We're gonna do the run and offload here. I'm gonna slow down a little bit more. Slow down a little more. There we go. I remapped the logging thing. I just did the left click. As they pass, I just, whoa, get knocked off. And they go in. Oh, and hopefully that switch is set right down there. I didn't check that. Of course it's not, because I came in on this line and I didn't change it, so. Oh, run, 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 run. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, am I gonna make it? Oh, just in time. Alright. Alright, turn and burn. Get back to the lumber camp. Alright, this should be the last 2 logs. I think we're about full. Right. This has actually taken me about 2 days, just playing casually. You'll notice I made some changes. I'm going to talk about that here really quick. So I did some logging around here because this is the logging camp. Logging camps shouldn't have a lot of trees around them. It should be a field of stumps around them. And we have pulled a lot of trees out of this logging camp. So I would expect there to... Oh, that's interesting. I just saw that. That is a big giant strip of groundwork left over from when I was making this loop. So anyway, you know, we pulled a lot of logs out of here. So where are the logs coming from? So I decided to do some logging, and it really did change just the way this looks and feels. I'm actually considering logging a little more. I don't know. The logging camp says that they're logging over here in this valley, and they might extend out to this valley. So that's kind of the way I play. You know, I kind of have a little imagination left over from my childhood. And, you know, the logging camp is logging over here. They got to get rid of their logs. The sawmill needs their logs. And the iron mine is screaming for lumber products from the sawmill. And they've been asking to send their iron ore to the smelter. The smelter's been... They got plenty of fuel for their furnaces, but they don't have any iron ore, so we need to get up there and get some iron ore and ship it back to the smelter. This is kind of the dialogue I got going in my head. Like I said, you know, just a little bit of imagination. It's kind of fun. I used to play with trucks and cars and stuff in the dirt as a child by myself, and it was fun. You know, it was good times. And now as an adult, I play video games, and it's kind of the same thing. So, all right, we gotta flip the switch. I forgot about that. So I'm not gonna lie, this decision to start logging up here was also helped along, lubricated along by a little alcohol. A lot of my great moments in life have been lubricated by alcohol, but I think it looks good. It's a little different. You know, I didn't go overboard yet. I'm going to log, like I say, I'm going to go up here and log out that a little bit. And maybe come down this valley a little bit. There's another hill over here. You can kind of see it in the background. Maybe I'll stop there and just kind of log out this little valley. The sawmill is also surrounded by a bunch of trees. And you would think that the sawmill would be the first place that there wouldn't be any trees around. So, this should be our last load. Back to the sawmill. We're running dangerously low on water. I hope I have enough water to actually get there and get filled back up. And I think at this point, I'm going to get out of this view so we can see how much money we have. We have $3,028. I think that is enough to actually purchase Eureka and 6 more logging cars. And we'll start using Eureka, the Eureka, to gosh. We'll start using Eureka to run these logs whenever we need them here at the sawmill. What should we name Eureka? That's a good question. I don't really have a good name picked out for anything. We'll come up with something, I'm sure. Like, that tree's really close. That tree needs to go away. Alright, I need to start slowing down here. So it didn't take 4 trips. It took several more than 4 trips because we have to make all the products first and then fill up the pond. So I had lost count how many trips it actually took. I'm sure I could do math and figure it out, but I'm not going to. Math has never been my strong suit. He's still way down. Hop out. I'm gonna stand right here, and as they pass, just drop them in. And this is pretty much what I've been doing last several hours of gameplay. This might be too much. Let's see. Yeah. So we probably lost some money there. Not a big deal. We're at 100 out of 100. We got 100 of each product over there. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you on the next one. We'll probably end up buying the Eureka on the next one. We'll see. Or well, I might bring up Beast with the new long train. Get up here and get some of these products and get up to the iron mine. The smelter is, like I said, calling for that iron ore, and they need it in a bad way. So we'll get up there and get that done, or we'll buy Eureka. Time will tell. So I got to do some math, figure out how much money we have now. We have $3,388, and I need to see price out everything, make sure everything's gonna work before we do that. So all right, well, with that, have a good night, and we'll see you on the next one.